Hello, welcome to another one of my talks where you hear me rant and talk about the most things that people don't even give a fuck about, but I'm just here because I like to yap, and what better way to yap than to yap to nobody on the internet, and myself. Yes. Hello. Today I was like actually racking my brain. I was like thinking, what should I talk about? Like what? Excuse me. What topic should I talk about? And after thinking for a while, I want to talk about like a topic that I've personally been experiencing in my relationship. Ooh, let's go. Okay, yeah, my relationship. And it's basically, to summarize, it's about communication. Let's talk about it. Communication is not a solution. I think people would agree with me, but I think that communication is honestly not a solution. It's to find the solution, if that makes sense. Okay, so basically, I don't really have much experiences in like relationships. Like I don't delve into a lot of relationships. I'm the type of person where like I had to like really know that person, then only I would be like, oh, I think I can be in a relationship with them. So I was in a lot of situationships, but not in relationships. Like my current relationship right now is it's pretty good. It's pretty okay. Like, and I do consider it as like my first relationship, because I don't really do relationships. I do situationships. Yeah. But we've been going strong, it's been like about a year and more, almost 2 years. So let's talk about what I've learned in that relationship. Basically, communication is not a solution, it's to find a solution. No, it's to understand the problem. Okay, you know how in science, sorry, that's about science. Okay, you know how in science, you need to first understand the hypothesis, as if like the problem to the problem, then only you get the solution. Like you gotta make sure the hypothesis is correct. Like I'm not sure okay. Oh yeah, I'm like bringing this shit up because like I'm like fucking transported into the past where I had to take SPM. Oh my god. Oh yeah, SPM is basically like an an exam for every student in, unless you're an international student in Malaysia. It's basically like what you take before you go to like you graduate high school or secondary school. Okay, so yeah, something like that. Like communication is not the solution, it's to understand the problem. People always like advise, like I feel like the first thing that you would advise your friend, if she's like, oh, I have this issue with my partner, they're not really listening to me, I've been feeling like this and I don't know what to do about it, and you'll be like, talk to your partner about it. Like communicate. Like everyone always tells you to communicate. Everyone always tells you, oh, just communicate with your partner. Communication is key. Communication is everything. And I think it's they use it as like the only solution, like the top tier solution, but it's not a fucking solution. Okay, personally, I am like avoidant, and I like to tend to run away before I communicate. Like as in like I would just disappear, like I'm the silent treatment type person. And it would be tough. Yes, it's tough for my partner, but then I like to gain control, because when you're in a relationship, you lose that control yourself. At least for me, I feel like I lost control of my own emotions, because happy, sad, angry, everything was within my control. I can just not give a fuck. But then if you see my partner, like, that becomes a bit hard on for me, you know. So like I tend to run away from things. And then during like the early stages of my relationship, it was really hard for my partner. And she's always like telling me like, hey, communicate, bro, like communicate, like tell me what's wrong. I cannot read your mind. I wouldn't know if you don't tell me. Like, can you tell me? Like, just tell me. I want to know. I care. And obviously I do realize that was like a problem I had to deal with. And so I did deal with it. I was just like, oh, sure, let's try and be better and actually talk about it. And that's when I started communicating it. And I would always say things like, I don't know if I'm too sensitive, but I feel this way. I think I'm being too dramatic, but I can't help but feel this way to my partner. And she would listen, and she would be like, and like if I'm mad at her about something, and she'd be like, oh, okay, she would instinctively say I'm sorry first before she gives her excuses, like her reasoning to why she did what she did, as if to justify her actions. But I couldn't help but feel the way I felt. You know, when you're hurt, like it, you know. And like that would piss me off a lot, because I was like, the fuck do you mean you're sorry? And then you're gonna give me like reasons to justify yourself. Like then don't fucking say sorry first. Fight with me, you know what I mean? Like, tell me what the fuck am I not supposed to feel? Tell me that it's wrong for me to feel this way. Why the fuck are you apologizing? That you giving me all these excuses? You know, like I was like in my brain I was like, what's the point of communicating if you don't understand where I'm coming from? And maybe that was a problem with me, because you know, we always want to be right when we're hurt. We can't help it. Like, because we're hurt, we want something to justify that it was not our fault that we were hurt. It's that somebody else hurt us, and that whatever we did was not our fault, blah blah blah. Like we wanted to justify it. And as much as we would like to blame our partner, like sometimes I really want to just be like, it's your fault. But truthfully, deep down I know it's not her fault. Like, some things just can't be helped, and I have to find a different way to cope with it. That's what sucks. You know what? That's what sucks. Is when, yeah, the solution people give you is communicate with your partner, communicate. But what sucks more is that when you communicate and it's not something that can be solved. Like, that's what fucking sucked. It sucked really bad. Like, it sucked really bad. Like, yeah, you want me to communicate, but we can't fucking solve the issue. Like, after I talk about it, what now? What then? Like, deal with it. Like, because when you communicate, you expect the situation to be better. You expect it to be solved. You expect it to at least heal you in some way. But then what you get back is disappointing, because on their end, it's like, I can't do anything about that. I'm sorry, babe. Like then you just realize that, oh, I just have to fucking deal with whatever this hurt is. Like, I have to fucking deal with this fucking emotion, and I can't do anything about it. I just have to fucking man up and just push it down. So to me, I was just like, what's the point of communicating if at the end of the day I just have to force it down and pretend like it's nothing, like I was doing back then. It's just that I took an extra step to be disappointed, by communicating before doing that, before like just brushing it off and pushing it down. And honestly, bottling up all those feelings, because you run away, you avoid them, and then you come back, pretend like nothing happened. It's basically bottling up. That's what I always do to deal with situations. And when you bottle up, it really like fucking breaks you. Like suddenly I would be like breaking down for no damn fucking reason. I would like start crying about this situation that I thought I fucking handled. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what's the point of communicating, right? If there's no solution to my issue? Like, I'm just hurting myself more by opening up that wound and like letting my heart out before having to patch it back up again. Like, it really fucking sucks. Okay? Like, sure, you can communicate to clear a misunderstanding. Yeah, I get that. But then, what if your solution has no... But what if your problem has no solution? I would like to say, for instance, okay, I am a very jealous person in a relationship. Like, I'm not afraid to admit that, okay? And I would like to try and be better, but sometimes I can't really help feel the way I feel. And especially when you're in like a lesbian relationship, can I say that? It gets more complex because you're like, my girlfriend was basically like surrounded by a lot of girls who are her friends. And she had like a girl best friend, and that fucking took a toll on me. Like, I was not used to that, okay? I never was in like a girl on girl relationship before. All of my situationships are dudes, and she was like my first relationship, plus it was like, so I was like, fuck, like how do I go about this? Because if you're with like, okay, maybe this is like the American or like the Western way, is like it's more casual to have like to be close for like guys and girls to be close, but I think maybe I'm more Asian minded and was like, you should keep your boundaries because like that's a girl and that's a guy, and all my situationships, they fucking knew that boundary. They like basically they didn't, they didn't have anything like you can just hang out with your bros, like that's fucking what I knew how to deal with. But then when I started this relationship, like I was like, oh my god, how do I deal with this fucking lesbian relationship? Because like the closeness of her and her best friend like fucking ticked me off, okay? I was fucking losing my brains out. And the thing is that I became friends with like her best friend too, and like became like closer friends. But then I still felt left out because like they knew each other first, like they were there for each other first, and like I was her girlfriend like afterwards. And I don't really know, dude. Okay, I think I don't want to touch this topic too much because I might leave this for like another, because it goes like a long way. But then basically like how do I deal with that? So then I was like, it affects me, but what is the solution? Like, I'm not gonna fucking ask her like, hey, unfriend that fucking friend. Like, who the fuck am I? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a girlfriend, but I'm not that type of person. Like, I would never be that type of person. Like, I fucking hate that, okay? And so like Like, for example, this was a situation where communication meant fucking nothing because you couldn't do anything about it. You just have to suck it up. And so I wouldn't communicate. Instead, I started drifting from my own relationship. I started like being in a very bad space where like it just felt really bad. Like I was like, I can't communicate with you, I can't talk with you, I just feel bad and you can't even do anything for me. Like fuck man, fuck. So why is communication a solution when it's literally not? You communicate and it's not a fucking solution. There's no solution to your problem. Communication is not a solution. Action is. You can talk for fucking hours. You can talk to better understand each other. You can talk to clear misunderstandings, but it would mean nothing if no action is taken. Like my girl can't just be like, oh, I understand you, I understand you're hurt. Like, oh, I'm sorry that you feel that way, and that, oh, I'll do my best to, I don't fucking know, comfort you. But what happens after the comfort? Like, you don't think this feeling would come back? Like, reassurance is temporary. It's not a fucking permanent solution. Like, that's what communication is. Communication is just reassurance. But what is reassurance? It's temporary. It's not a fucking solution, right? Like, okay, other people might think differently, but that's just my personal thoughts. Communication is not a solution. And when you don't have a solution for your partner, what do you do? What can you do then? Can you still communicate about it? Yeah, maybe you can, but how many talks, how many communication are you gonna keep having? You get what I mean? Like, how many times are you gonna talk about the same thing? Because if it's a recurring issue and it can't be solved and you're just talking about it to get reassurance, every reassurance is temporary. You still have that feeling building up inside you. You still have that hurt, that bitterness that like tins inside your fucking soul, and like it fucking sucks you out alive. Like, what do you do then? Like what do? You bury it deep, bottle it up, and then explode one day? Like, if you can't find a solution, then what? You end the relationship? Like, what do you do? Like, huh? Like, communicate. Yeah, you communicate all about it, and then what? Then what? Like, yeah, I'm getting a bit heated, like, because every temporary reassurance over time loses power. You can't keep rewinding a tape and expect it to go nowhere. You just talk and be disappointed. You talk and be disappointed over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually, you guys are gonna get tired. Like eventually, you guys are gonna get tired of the relationship because you just have the same issue talked about over and over again. Like, you mention it again, and they're like, oh, babe, we've been over this. Yeah, we've been over it, but I still fucking feel it. So what then? What now? How do I solve this issue then? How do you take this feeling away from me? You know what I mean? Like, this is when you step up and you find yourself the solution, not your partner. If they can't do anything about it, you find a solution for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're born alone and you're gonna die alone. You're gonna go to the coffin alone and you came out alone. Nobody will be... Okay, people can be there for you, but at the end of the day, like, let's say you're a partner, they can't solve all your problems. All this hurt might be caused from them. But these are, some of them can be solved. And what do you do then? Break up, move on, find someone else? And what if you encounter the same problem with that other person? Sure, you might find someone who like, oh, they would, oh, excuse me, sorry. Oh, speak of the devil, she's calling me. Okay, hold up. Okay. I can't close it. I'm not done yet, okay? I'm not done. I'm almost done. Like, excuse me, baby. Okay, so, well, where was I? Okay, where was I? Okay, so, what then? Like, you go and find someone new, and then, okay, you could find someone new, someone who can solve the issue, or someone who can not have the issue. But what if it reoccurs again? What if there's no solution again? Then you just keep feeling that hurt. Like, who's gonna save you? Literally nobody but yourself. So I don't think you have a choice. You gotta, oh my god. Okay, you gotta make it work before somebody makes it. If somebody can't make it work for you, you yourself gotta put in that effort to make it work. Because nobody is gonna save you. They might give you a temporary thing, but at the end of the day, it's not gonna help. It's not gonna save you. And you can talk about it. Like, I even started opening up with like a friend about it and have like more opinions, like understand myself more, whether like if I could do anything about it. And even sometimes like that friend, like my friend couldn't help me because they themselves was like, I can't think of a solution for this either. Like, your feeling, like, I know my feelings are valid. Like, it's valid for me. Hold up. Okay, it's valid for me to feel that way, but then if there's no solution, then I'm just gonna keep feeling that way and fucking sucks. Okay, happy Valentine's Day. I gotta go. Bye.